in theaters.
Just watching the world pass you by. Think as long as you ain't drowning, everything's all right.
New York City.
If I had me $1 million, I'd give me a Porsche 959.
Well, who cares? Because you ain't never gonna have $1 million anyway.
One family.
How's she looking? She's still looking good, right?
I don't know, she my sister.
I know she's your sister, boy. I'm your father.
And a boy.
You get bigger, you gonna beat her hand.
Who's about to learn that survival means second nothing.
That's right! Go tell somebody you saw something!
And the only way out
If there's anything missing, I'll kill you later.
is to risk everything.
Playing each piece like losing it hurts. You want my king. You got to come get my king. All these other pieces are just a means to do.
You're going to be my main man.
Listen, Michael, next time it's going to be you laying in that straight.
You'll not be mixing all these up with a honey, understand me?
Straight up, that's the wrong word.
He's lying!
I'm gonna ice you right now.
You always trying to scare me, but I ain't scared of you no more.
That's just life's little game, ain't it?
I'ma drop him, man! I'ma go drop him!
Samuel L. Jackson, Giancarlo Esposito, Nabushe Wright, and introducing Sean Nelson.
You ready for the real thing? You ready to come get it? You ready to be the king?
Fresh.
Coming soon to theaters. Miramax Films is proud to present one of the most celebrated motion pictures of the year. The winner of the 1994 Palme d'Or, the best picture of the Cannes Film Festival.
Most definitely.
Of course you're going to do that.
Basically, I'm just gonna walk the earth.
What you mean walk the earth?
You know, like Kane in Kung Fu.
Highlander's out there somewhere. And he owes me 400 years.
Christopher Lambert. Mario Van Peebles. The epic battle between good and evil concludes.
There can be only one.
Highlander 3, The Sorcerer.
Now available on Videocassette.
They had made a life for themselves without her.
You left those boys. It took me a long time to forgive myself.
But things are about to change.
I want you out of here.
I should have never left.
You're right, you should have never left.
Because she's come back.
She wants to see you all.
She left us. I don't want to see her.
It's over, Jude. I don't love you anymore.
And a mother like her
Sizing up the competition.
There's no competition.
wants more than love.
I want to come home, and she won't let me.
She wants revenge.
Robert, this is Callie.
You better get over here right now.
You just have to stop whatever it is you're doing. All I ever wanted was for us to be happy.
Stay away from us! The law's on her side. She's their mother.
She's got your dad under some kind of spell.
She's probably a sociopath.
Shut up.
So there's nothing you can do. You could lose the boys.
Do something.
Do you see what you've done?
Jamie Lee Curtis, Peter Gallagher, Joanne Wally Kilmer, and Vanessa Redgrave. Mother's Boys.
I want my family back.
Stay tuned after the feature for the last on-camera interview with Brandon Lee, which includes never-before-seen footage. And now, our feature presentation.
Now that you've seen it, may we suggest that you read it, hear it, even wear it. Sterling silver rings, temporary tattoos, stylish trading cards, and posters, including a life-size door poster of Brandon Lee, and the original graphic novel that inspired The Crow. And for a revealing behind-the-scenes look, read The Crow, the movie. Call 1-800-251-CROW for a free catalog of Crow merchandise.
If I was destined to play this role, but I feel very fortunate to be doing so.
The Crow was Brandon Lee's last film. Miramax Home Entertainment is proud to share his final on-camera interview, which includes exclusive, never-before-seen footage.
The crow in the film, the bird in the film, you could really just look at as a guide, almost a piece of his own personality that guides him back into his life and reminds him who he was, what happened to him. This is a person who has been pushed right to the limits of his ability to cope with what is going on, and in a sense is quite mad sometimes. In a sense is completely insane. Almost in the sense that you might think of an insane person having voices, you know, more rational voices that try and guide him, more irrational voices that come from a more emotional, more deep-seated place. I think that the crow is that rational voice. The crow is his guide. The crow helps Eric do what he has to do in a very practical sense. It leads him to the places that he has to be. It helps him find the people that he has to find. Come on. It's a story about justice for victims.
Each one of these is a life you helped destroy.
His mission is to find the men who killed him and his fiancée and kill them.
Gentlemen! I just want him.
It's a wonderful role, and it really is a role that you have to take risks with, and it gives you a wonderful opportunity to take those risks and stretch, because you tell me how somebody who comes back from the dead is going to behave, you know?
You move, you're dead.
And I say I'm dead, and I move. And that's one of the wonderful things about playing this character is it's a real... You can really take the gloves off in playing this part, because there are no rules about how a person who has come back from the dead is going to behave.
Listen! Sure you'll remember. You killed him. On Halloween.
You can't be you. We put you through the window. There ain't no coming back.
And then there's the part of him that is filled with rage towards what was done to him. And one of the things I like best about this movie is the fact that all of those parts of the character are given balance on the screen. He's torn up. He's torn up really badly. Emotionally, physically, and psychically.
She died at the hospital.
Don't touch me!
I saw her through your eyes.
I think that the appeal of Eric's mission is that it is a very pure one. He has come back to seek justice. I've done other films that have had violence in them, but I must say I've never done anything where I felt that the violence was as justified as it is in this. There's very little need to worry about compassion.
Victims. Aren't we all?
This is justice, you know? And I truly feel that it is. And I truly feel that if I were in the same situation, I would do the same thing. He has something he has to do, and he is forced to put aside his own pain long enough to go do what he has to do.
To tell the rest of them that death is coming for them tonight.
This film deals with the concept of a balance being struck between good and evil.
I gave this to Shelley once. I think she'd like you to have it.
Because we do not know when we will die, we get to think of life as an inexhaustible well. And yet everything happens only a certain number of times, and a very small number, really. How many more times will you remember a certain afternoon of your childhood? An afternoon that is so deeply a part of your being that you can't even conceive of your life without it. Perhaps 4 or 5 times more. Perhaps not even that. How many more times will you watch the full moon rise? Perhaps 20. And yet it all seems limitless.
Little things used to mean so much to Shelley. I used to think they were kind of trivial. Believe me, nothing is trivial.
This is the point of view that this character is coming from in the whole film, because it has been brought sharply into focus for him how precious each moment of his life is.
I love you.
Say that again.
I love you.
This is the best role that I've had the opportunity to get my hands on in a film.
Your tears won't fall. Your tears won't fall. Your tears won't fall. Forever.
The Crow, original motion picture soundtrack on Atlantic Interscope CDs and cassettes.